A shield in the desert, the allure of Israel's Iron Dome. Israel's Iron Dome has captured global attention as a symbol of effective missile defense. This system, designed to intercept short-range rockets, has proven remarkably successful in shielding Israeli civilians from Hamas attacks. Videos of Iron Dome intercepting rockets in mid-air have gone viral, fueling a sense of awe and admiration for its capabilities. The allure of Iron Dome lies in its promise of near-impenetrable defense against a specific threat. For countries facing constant barrages of short-range missiles like Israel, such a system offers a sense of security and a way to mitigate casualties. However, the question remains, can this success story be replicated elsewhere, particularly in a country as geographically vast and strategically diverse as the United States? Simply transplanting the Iron Dome concept to U.S. soil without considering the significant differences in geography, potential threats, and strategic objectives would be a costly and potentially ineffective endeavor. From Tel Aviv to Times Square, can Iron Dome translate? The geographical and strategic differences between the two countries are significant, making a direct transfer of technology and strategy impractical. The Iron Dome's success relies heavily on Israel's relatively small size and the concentrated nature of the threats it faces. Israel's Iron Dome is designed to protect a relatively small, densely populated area from short-range rockets and artillery shells fired from a known and geographically confined enemy. However, the United States faces a much wider range of potential missile threats, from intercontinental ballistic missiles to cruise missiles launched from land, air, or sea. Protecting the entire country with an Iron Dome-like system would require an astronomical number of radar stations, interceptors, and command centers, making it logistically and financially impossible. Moreover, the types of missiles the U.S. must defend against are more diverse and technologically advanced, requiring a multi-layered defense system that goes beyond the capabilities of a single system like Iron Dome. Size matters, the vastness of America's defense challenge. To grasp the enormity of replicating Iron Dome in the U.S., consider the sheer scale of the nation. Israel, about the size of New Jersey, has strategically deployed its limited Iron Dome batteries. The U.S., a continent-spanning nation with extensive coastlines and bordering countries, presents an exponentially larger defense perimeter. This geographical reality alone throws into question the feasibility of a blanket Iron Dome-like coverage. Furthermore, the nature of potential threats to the U.S. differs vastly from those faced by Israel. While Iron Dome excels at intercepting short-range projectiles, the U.S. must contend with intercontinental ballistic missiles, or ICBMs, capable of traveling thousands of miles. These missiles, often armed with nuclear warheads, pose an existential threat requiring a different defense strategy than Iron Dome's localized protection. Protecting against such diverse threats necessitates a multi-layered system that combines early warning systems, long-range interceptors, and regional defenses, a far cry from Iron Dome's focused approach. Dollars and defense: a history of U.S. missile spending. The U.S. has a long history of investing in missile defense systems, dating back to the Cold War. Billions have been spent on research, development, and deployment of missile defense technologies. From the Safeguard program to the ground-based mid-course defense system, the U.S. seeks a reliable shield. However, the effectiveness of these systems is debated. Critics cite cost overruns, technical challenges, and questionable effectiveness. Intercepting a missile in the upper atmosphere is complex and challenging. The high cost raises concerns about resource allocation. Critics argue it diverts resources from other defense priorities. Section 5. Short hops versus global threats, a tale of two defenses. Comparing Iron Dome to the United States missile defense architecture highlights the fundamental differences in their intended purposes and the challenges they address. Iron Dome is designed to counter short-range rockets and artillery, essentially providing a localized defense umbrella against projectiles with limited range and sophistication. Its success lies in its ability to quickly detect, track, and intercept these relatively simple threats in a confined geographical area. The United States missile defense system, on the other hand, faces a far more daunting task. It must contend with intercontinental ballistic missiles capable of delivering nuclear warheads over vast distances. These missiles travel at hypersonic speeds and follow complex trajectories, making interception extremely challenging. This difference in scale and complexity necessitates fundamentally different approaches. the United States requires a multi-layered defense network that incorporates early warning satellites, ground-based radars, and various types of interceptors deployed across the globe. Section 6. The experts weigh in feasibility under the microscope. The feasibility of implementing an Iron Dome-like system in the United States has been a subject of much debate among defense experts and scientists. While the system's success in Israel is undeniable, many argue that replicating such a system in the United States is technically challenging, financially prohibitive, and strategically questionable. One of the primary concerns raised by experts is the vast difference in the scale and scope of the threats faced by the two countries. Intercepting such long-range missiles requires a completely different set of technologies and capabilities than those employed by Iron Dome. Another concern is the cost of such an undertaking. Given the already strained defense budget and competing priorities, many experts question the wisdom of investing such vast sums in a system with uncertain effectiveness. Section 7. Politics and Perception Missile Defense on the Public Stage. The debate over missile defense is not limited to technical and financial considerations. It is also deeply intertwined with political calculations and public perceptions. Proponents of robust missile defense systems often frame the issue in terms of national security and the need to protect citizens from existential threats. However, critics argue that the pursuit of impenetrable missile defense is often driven more by political posturing than sound strategic thinking. This can create unrealistic expectations among the public and lead to misallocation of resources away from more effective and affordable defense measures. Public perception of missile defense is often shaped by a complex interplay of factors, including media portrayals, political rhetoric, and personal anxieties. It is essential to ground the discussion in a realistic assessment of the capabilities and limitations of such systems, avoiding both hype and fear-mongering. Section 8. Technological Hurdles. Cracking the Code of Interception. Intercepting a ballistic missile, especially at hypersonic speeds, is immensely challenging. These missiles often maneuver to evade defenses. Detecting, tracking, and intercepting requires sophisticated sensors and precise guidance systems. Early detection involves ground-based radars and space-based infrared sensors. Adversaries develop ways to mask launches, complicating detection. Accurate tracking is crucial for successful interception. Section 9. The Price of Protection, Balancing Costs and Capabilities. The pursuit of comprehensive missile defense comes with a hefty price tag. Developing, deploying, and maintaining a network of sensors, interceptors, and command and control systems requires a substantial and sustained financial commitment. The high cost of missile defense is driven by several factors, including the advanced technologies involved, the need for global coverage, and the constant need for upgrades to stay ahead of evolving threats. Developing a single new interceptor missile can cost billions of dollars, and deploying a network of these interceptors around the world further adds to the expense. Moreover, the costs of missile defense are not limited to the initial investment. Maintaining and upgrading these systems over time requires a significant ongoing financial commitment. Section 10. Rethinking Defense, Alternative Strategies for the Future. While the desire for a technological solution to the threat of missile attacks is understandable, it is essential to consider alternative strategies that go beyond simply trying to shoot down every incoming missile. Relying solely on missile defense creates a false sense of security and can lead to a dangerous escalation of tensions with adversaries. One alternative approach is to focus on diplomacy and arms control measures to reduce the number of missiles in the world and prevent the proliferation of these weapons to new actors. Another important aspect of a comprehensive defense strategy is investing in resilience, both in terms of physical infrastructure and societal preparedness. While no defense system is perfect, enhancing resilience can help mitigate the consequences of an attack and speed up recovery efforts. Section 11. Trump's Iron Dome, a vision clouded by reality. The idea of deploying an Iron Dome-like system in the United States, while superficially appealing, represents a simplistic solution to a complex problem. While the system's success in Israel is undeniable, replicating it in the U.S. faces insurmountable technical, financial, and strategic hurdles. The vast geographical differences, the diverse nature of missile threats, and the astronomical costs involved make such a proposal impractical and ill-advised. The allure of a seemingly impenetrable defense shield is understandable, especially in a world facing evolving security challenges. However, succumbing to simplistic solutions based on technological promises risks diverting resources from more effective and sustainable approaches. Addressing the threat of missile attacks requires a multifaceted strategy that combines technological innovation with diplomacy, arms control, and investments in resilience. The goal should not be to create an impenetrable shield, but rather to deter adversaries, manage risks, and enhance national security in a rapidly changing world.